The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. That's true about the four factors that drive executive presence. When they all work well, they all work together. But to understand them better, to use them better, to zero in on where you can make your most valuable improvements, we need to split them up and look at each factor one by one. But before we do, and to remind ourselves how strength of presence multiplies when all four factors align, let's tie together what we've covered so far by adding a few more insights to our first example. Nelson Mandela loses the first presidential debate to F.W. de Klerk, and at that moment of significant potential public embarrassment, frustration, and loss of confidence, he immediately turns it around by reaching out to de Klerk and saying, for the whole country and the whole world to hear, thank you for being a true son of Africa. First factor, the foundation, passion. It was Mandela's passion for positive change that was the foundation for his actions at the end of the debate, and his many future examples of executive presence. The problem he dedicated his life to solving after 50 horrible years of apartheid, himself being imprisoned for more than half that time, was to bring his country together. That's passion. Second factor, perspective, thinking patterns. Leading by example often starts with thinking by example. Mandela's thinking after the debate wasn't dominated by self-driven concerns about mistakes or distracted by how negatively he might appear to others. Instead, he was 100% present in the moment and alert to the positive possibilities still available. He didn't even seem to think of de Klerk as an opponent to defeat, but a partner to enlist in the larger cause of their country. That's perspective. Third factor, poise, emotional patterns. Whatever emotions might naturally occur in that moment, disappointment, frustration, embarrassment, Mandela makes room for other, more functional feelings too. Pride, determination. He seems to treat the debate setback not as fodder for self-indulgent personal pity, but instead as a signal to go back to his broader purpose and gain confidence from that. His passion for positive change is solid and something always to draw strength from and to feel good about, even at the very moment of failure. That's poise. Fourth factor, projection, action patterns. At the end of the debate, Mandela was decisive in his physical movement, concise with his words, and profound in his impact. Notice the key is not that he made a good verbal counterpoint. In his actions, Mandela embodied his passion for positive change. He was the example of a united South Africa, joining with his opponent and treating him with respect, dignity, and utter confidence that together they were on an important path bigger than both of them, elevating above the divisive us versus them format of the current debate and the past tragic history of the country. That's projection. The habits are the patterns we've been talking about. Thinking patterns, emotional patterns, action patterns. First, we need to cover them in more detail, but after that, when we put them together, as you'll see, their combined executive presence effect is much greater than the mere sum of the parts.